A missing 18-year-old girl, a chilling voice recording, and a cold case that gets white hot after an amateur web sleuth gets involved. Author Kathy Reichs sets the stage for some heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping, page-turning reading in her brand new book, Speaking in Bones. It's the 18th installment of her popular Temperance Brennan series. So we have 18th installment, 11th season on Fox with Bones. Is it a challenge, first of all, just keeping the ideas and the storylines going? Because you're doing so well.
The ideas aren't a problem. What's a problem when you have 18 books in a series? Is any book might be the first one a reader picks up, or it might be the 18th one. So you have to reintroduce your characters and your premise, and you have to do it in a creative way every single time. I
was interested to read in the acknowledgments of the latest book that most people view writing as a solitary pursuit, but you don't, and I'm curious why.
Oh, well, I not only write these, which is a solitary pursuit, but I write a young adult series, which I do with my son.
Right.
And I write episodes for the TV show, which I do with my daughter.
So it's a family affair.
It's a family affair. And also when you write for television, you do it collectively at first. You break the story in the writer's room.
Does mom sort of have the final say when it comes to the kids saying, you know, Mom, we should have the person do this? Do you have the...
Well, I am the senior partner, I suppose, in those projects. But our editorial meetings can be interesting.
No kidding. Now, in this one, you explore web sleuthing in the book, which is amateur detectives trying to solve, unsolved crimes. Firstly, what's your take on web sleuthing? To me, it seems kind of creepy, the whole premise of it.
Well, the web sleuthing I look at is amateurs who get online and they go to sites with unidentified human remains, and then they go to sites with missing persons, and they try to match them up and give names to these nameless dead. I think as long as they don't actually go to crime scenes and they don't actually interfere with the investigation, I don't think the law enforcement minds that at all. It's just another avenue of information.
And here, Temperance is trying to find out if a certain web sleuth, and I'm quoting from the book here, is a mental case, a con artist, or a shrewd detective lacking a badge. So if you had to choose one of those three, and those are quotes, by the way.
Yes.
Which one would you choose?
Well, she gets a little more involved. She does what they call offlining, and she does actually go out and find remains and interview witnesses and families, so that's going a little too far.
And in terms of your experience as a forensic anthropologist, I mean, one thing that you find in this book, maybe for some people maybe picking it up for the first time, is that the detail is there, and for some readers who don't know, it's very accurate. You insist on that.
I do, but I think the key to writing fiction, and these are just good old murder mysteries, they're just science-driven, is to keep it short and keep it entertaining and keep it jargon-free.
And in terms of what you do as a forensic anthropologist, do you ever have a line that you say, you know what happens in real life, I'm sure you must get some ideas that come on the printed page, but you say, I'm not going to put this in, it's too graphic. Is there a boundary?
Yeah, I never put anything in just to be sensational, just to be grisly gore, sensationalistic. But I do put a lot of real detail in, and I do draw on actual cases and experiences. One book is based on, I went to Afghanistan 2 years ago. Many of my books are based on cases I did while working at the lab in Montreal, changing all the names and the dates and the details. The first one, Deja Dead, was based on a serial murder case in Montreal.
Wow. And there's a big twist here for Temp and her long-standing love detective. We don't want to give anything away.
Yes.
Any specific plans, though, for the two, without giving anything away?
Well, there was a shocking proposal at the end of the previous book, so she's having to deal with that throughout this whole book, and she does come up with a solution, which I'm not going to tell you.
Fair enough. And when you meet fans, when you do book signing, just the matter that you're doing, you probably get a real wide spectrum of fans. There's anything?
I do. I get a broad spectrum, anywhere from 8, 9-year-old kids to quite elderly people, and that's why my son and I did the young adult series. I'd have parents say, can my daughter read your books? And I'd say, well, how old is she? And they'd go 7.
Oh,
I'd say,
boy, no, not for you.
Yeah, so that's why we created Tori Brennan too.
Well, we wish you much success, and I don't think you need it. I mean, the number of times you're on the best-selling list for the New York Times. So thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
You can find Speaking in Bones in our iBooks page at ibooks.com/CanadaM.